Two African leaders have made it to the top 3 on the list of the most corrupt leaders of 2024. The two are Kenyan President William Ruto and Nigerian President Bola Tinubu.
Breaking news. The president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has been ranked as the 3rd most corrupt leader in the whole world. His first achievement. The second one, he has been ranked as the 2nd most corrupt leader in Africa. What it means is that out of the 193 countries in the whole world, the president of Nigeria is the 3rd most corrupt leader in the whole world. Out of the 54 African countries, he is the 2nd most corrupt leader in the whole world. And when we are talking about this ranking, we are talking about organized crime and corruption. We're not talking about just crime and corruption. We are talking about organized crime and corruption, which is a crime that was intentionally committed, organized, practiced as a second nature. That is the award that the president of Nigeria has won. Many of you have been wondering how come the president of Nigeria was the chairman of ECOWAS in about 2 years and he scattered the whole of ECOWAS. He destroyed ECOWAS. Many countries pulled out. Why? The moment they stamped him, the chairman of ECOWAS, the leaders of most of these ECOWAS members began to question. They say he rigged the election. He rigged himself into power. They said his academics record is unknown. His family is unknown. He forfeited about $460,000 in the US for drug-related cases. Many corruption is attributed to him, corruption cases. He fraternized with known criminals. Those that have corruption cases on their head, he fraternizes with them. The moment they saw it, many countries began to pull out of ECOWAS because they question. The loyalty of a corrupt individual is always questionable. Their loyalty is to corruption, not to any good cause, not to any individual. And they began to pull out. So permit me to say that the government of APC is the government of Yahoo boys and the house of thieves. It is the government of Yahoo. The president of Nigeria is the biggest Yahoo guy in the whole of Nigeria. In the history of Nigeria, he's the biggest Yahoo guy. Led by, and the house of thieves led by Akpabio. I want to officially apologize to Hush Puppy. We had thought that Hot Puppy is the biggest Yahoo guy from Nigeria. We called him all manner of name. He's a Yahoo guy. He does this. Hush Puppy is in prison now. The US law and order caught up with him and jailed him. Wherever you are, Hush Puppy, please, I want to apologize. We had thought we have seen it all with your escapades, with your dealings. We have given you the title of the biggest Yahoo boy in Nigeria. Please forgive us for this erroneous mistake. We are wrong. We apologize. There is a Yahoo guy in Nigeria. This Yahoo guy is the grand patron of Yahoo guys in Nigeria. He is in government. He is the president of Nigeria. With the house of thieves, led by one Akpabio, where sexual harassment has become their routine practices. The government of APC is a failure. Under this government, criminality has become lucrative. Criminals are having more job opportunities than law-abiding citizens. If you are now a criminal, you have a criminal CV, you are going to be successful in this present government. If you doubt me, ask Akpabio, ask Bajabi Amila, ask Mike. If you doubt me, ask all of them. They will tell you indeed that criminality profits in this government. So for all of us, please, all of you who are part of this government to perpetuate the fraud in government, how far? Since this government was elected into power, this government has been chasing legitimacy. Legitimacy. They have renounced almost everything after the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yet, the shadow of the stolen mandate is still chasing him. Nobody can run away from his shadow. Never. Your shadow will always follow you. The question is, what did you do? What is it that is in your shadow? Because every of your escapades, your shadow will embody it and follow you throughout your lifetime. Under this government, they moved dollar from 700 to 1,600. Under this government, the purchasing power of Nigerians was wiped out under this government. They are renovating houses with billions of naira. The cost of renovation now in Nigeria is higher than the cost of building new ones. Under this government, one thief has been made the administrator of a certain state. and is buying CCTV for over 20-something billion. CCTV, when people cannot feel. I would like to end by saying, the government of APC is the government of Yahoo. And the house of thieves, Yahoo led by Bola, the house of thieves led by Akpabio. They have captured the Supreme Court. It is now the Supreme Court of corruption. They have impoverished and subjugated the security agencies. Those ones are now busy on the road, extorting the people. Living places like Benue, Taraba, Enugu, Katsina, the whole of Nigeria, leaving them unprotected at the mercy of headsmen. Nigeria is not in war, yet we lose more people in Nigeria than countries that are in war. Nigeria is losing more people than Gaza, Palestine. Nigeria is losing more people than Iran and Iraq, Iran and Israel put together. Nigeria is losing more people than Ukraine. Yet we have a president that is gallivanting around the whole world in search of legitimacy. I'm not surprised about the gallivanting. Because when a Yahoo boy picks money, the next thing is to have fun, gallivant the whole country, the whole city, with expensive cars and women. So, and this is in consonant with what our president is doing, gallivanting around the world, looking for legitimacy. I'm sorry to announce to our president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, legitimacy comes from the people. You will never get it, no matter how many buildings you rename after yourself. You will never get it. It comes from the people. It is in the heart of the people. If you like, paint the whole Nigeria with your name. It will never come. The only title that you have that have stick to you is the third most corrupt leader in the whole world. Second in Africa. The government of Yahoo led by Bola, with the house of thieves and the Supreme Court of corruption. That is what is your title. It will never go. History will remember it. It will never forget it. Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Honestly, when I saw the news that the Nigerian president is ranked as the third most corrupt leader in the world, in the whole worldwide, when I saw it, I never believed. I said no, that this is a fake news. Until I went to Google and I Googled it and I saw it that Nigerian president has been ranked as the third most corrupt president in the whole world. I say lie, I still not believe. I went to Twitter, I saw it trending. I was still doubting. I was still like, no, people can just fabricate anything. Not until I saw it on the front page of Punch newspaper. They published it. I say, eh? Not only that, he is ranked the second most corrupt leader in Africa. Hey, Jesus. Hey. Like, I'm just short of words. I'm just short of words. After watching this video and seeing all these documentaries, I begin to feel for Nigerians. I begin to feel for Nigerians. Onado. Hey. But wait, I thought they said that Nigeria is the giant of Africa. Is Nigeria not the giant of Africa? And President Tinubu is the president of ECOWAS. But I know last month, was it last month? A couple of weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, thereabout, I saw a news that he's no longer the ECOWAS president. Yes, I saw that news. Hey. Jesus. Oh, hey. What is happening? Anyway, let me not bore you with words. Let me now allow you to watch this analysis that was made by our brother, Barrister Darlington. He spoke well about this. The third most corrupt president in the whole world. In the whole world. Nigeria, giant of Africa. Anyway, please do well to drop your comment on the comment section. Do you believe this or do you not believe it? Drop it on the comment section. For now, please, let me allow you to watch this video.
This online voting thing to also chime in on what these people are coming up to say about the present administration.
I am very sure if they should do that thing again, Tinubu will come number one. Okay. Because the facts are there. All right. Tell me another president that have the kind of record that Tinubu has.
What facts are we even talking about?
What the facts from the time of the election and all the facts that were brought from US to even after the election, how he became the president and all that. He told you that he sponsored himself. Where did the money come from? Didn't he say that?
Oh, isn't he a businessman? Being a businessman doesn't
you are trying. Look, you cannot play the devil's advocate.
I'm not playing the devil's advocate.
Because what? Look, what you are laughing at is a very bad record. It is impacting on me as a citizen of Nigeria that my president has been given such a title.
All right. So on that premise, let me bring Mr. Lawal Ekundayo into the conversation. Should Nigerians take this to heart, or should Nigerians disregard this, or should Nigerians react to this this report by the OCCPR?
The thing is this: one, will Nigerians say otherwise? Will the common Nigeria, will the masses say otherwise? Even if they are told to vote, if there's a voting in Nigeria, only Nigeria knows so to vote this government, what do you think will be the voting? I'll give you a good example. You know, I'm a farmer, and I reared chicken. Even last year, I reared chicken. I sold my chicken for 13,000. The highest.
Last year, 2024.
Yes.
2023.
No, 2023. No, not last year. 2023. Sorry. Okay, I forgot it.
You forgot.
December 2023 to January. It was between 10,000, 13,000.
Okay.
Now,
in 2024.
yes, in 2024, this December, it was like 30,000 there. Look at the mighty difference. Okay. I saw a turkey for 130,000. I began to wonder, what exactly? Okay, look, let's start with the chicken. So I have people who are earning 30,000 now. They just increased their salary this November from 25,000 to 30,000. You know, in a big place like Ajao Estate. It's not a local place. You know, Ajao Estate is a big place, full of big men and all those. And they pay these people 35,000 there. They just increase the money. I have teachers working there and they are earning 35,000 there. Someone was telling me yesterday. Now, this person wants to buy a chicken.
How is that the fault of the president? How
No,
I'm
coming
to the president being corrupt?
See, that's why I'm coming to that. You get it? See, when you are a leader, if they had praised the president, everybody, you know, there will be a lot of jubilation, isn't it? If they had praised the president, if the president had been nominated as the best president in the world, there would have been a lot of clapping. I remember the president coming up in Germany to say that they should put him in the Guinness Book of Record, which we are voting. We are also voting, you know, there, so that the Guinness Book of Record will consider him. We are also voting in Nigeria. So when it's considered, nobody will come out and say no. His supporter will never say and come out and say no. He doesn't deserve it. So now,
don't you think Nigerians are reacting because of the derogatory impact this will have on the nation? That its leader is being put on this corruption index list.
Let's be objective. That's why I keep saying these things. When you talk about leadership, when you talk about leadership, it comes to the followers. It depends on what the follower feel about the leader.
Okay, sorry to
interrupt. I'm coming. Wait, before I finish. Now, look at this. This voting, it was done across the world, and we have so many countries across the world, plus Africa. Look at the number of countries across the world. So why did you think they pick Nigeria? Are you telling me that it's because they hate Nigeria?
Were you aware of the voting? You know, were you aware of this voting? Were you able to cast your own vote since it's done online? You just made mention of it now, cutting across the whole nation of the world. Were you aware of the voting? Now, don't you think that some people must have actually sit on their own to come up with these figures and push it out, given the fact that it wasn't made known for everyone to participate in? If what to, go by that train of being an online voter.
If you want to do your own, just do the sampling. Do Nigerian own. Let's see. You get it? Because in America they do voting, in Europe, whatever. They vote the government. There's an opinion poll. You get it? So let's do opinion poll. Let the press go out. Let's give everybody opportunity to vote. Let's see. And then let Nigerians say what is in their mind concerning the government. Let's do the voting. So if it contradicts what this organization brought, then we can say no, what you have said is not objective. But if it is in line with it, then we say it's objective. So let Nigerians vote. Do you know? Look at when the president the president is in Lagos. Come and see queue. Do you know what our eyes showed on there? Come and see the queue. People could not pass very well.
No, Mr. Kunda, like Moses said, I want us to interrogate how the president became the third most corrupt. We are not looking at issues of governance now. We are looking at him as a president.
There were three things.
And the fact that, look, OCCRP has come out to say, look, this thing was voted globally based on perspectives and perceptions.
Yes.
Now, don't you think that, I don't know the I don't know the data, that they got, with which they used to arrive at this conclusion. But don't you think that people that voted were relying on perception, not reality? More like what Fina said.
I won't believe that, because when I read that news on Sahara Reporter's website, they mentioned some other things, such as is it Chicago drug allegation? They mentioned the certificate issue. Yes. They mentioned that election, how the election came on board. Exactly. They mentioned the things like the purchase of those aircrafts. Even they compare it with the American one, that when America has 2, Nigeria has 10 plus extra 1. You get it coming on board, where they know that there's overspending in governance.
Okay, based on that, I'm happy that you mentioned about one tangible thing that we can hold on, the aircraft of a thing, the escalade of a thing, and all of that. Don't you think, is it proper, to judge the president based on that? Because these things are state properties. It's not going home with them. The aircraft is national aircraft owned by Nigeria. The escalade is owned by the federal government of Nigeria. The yacht is owned by the federal government of Nigeria. So don't you think that they are trying to transfer some kind of responsibility? Because the president hasn't said, these things belong to me.
Good. Now the question is, let's look at it this way. Let me say, a father who has children at home, and the children are suffering. They are seriously not feeding well. They are suffering, and the father keep buying vehicles.
No, you have gone back to the issue of governance now. We are trying to interrogate corruption tendencies.
That's part of corruption now, because when you are made a leader, you are not just made a leader to grow fat. You are made a leader to supervise across board and make sure that everybody you get is taken care of. That is what governance is about. That's why you have
what I wanted us to see is, was there a particular point where OCC-ROP came out to say, look, the president was tried and he was found guilty for corrupt enrichment. He took a certain amount of money from state coffers and did something for himself and all of that. Wait,
I'm coming. Who is the minister for petroleum? Who is the minister for petroleum?
The president, of course.
Is the minister for. So when was the last time the petroleum ministry ever, was
No, we should be asking you if you have.
I've not heard about it now.
Okay, so does that amount corruption?
It's part of corruption, because if you are
part of the president, or
because the president is the minister.
Okay.
You get it. Apart from the fact that the president oversees everything, the president is also the minister of petroleum, and this ministry have not been audited. So you wonder, why has it not been? It's a common thing, you get it, to audit an account.
Yeah, but we also know that the NNPCL has not been audited even when Buhari was there.
That is why you have a new person who could have left Buhari to be there for the next 100 years.
No, but
that's why we're changing.
According to the Constitution of Nigeria.
That's why they put it there. So that is why they put it there. So that when you spend 8 years, another person that is coming in, you get it. We have to look at where you stop from, where you stopped, and then. So if you stop on a bad ground.
Okay.
For example, look at what Akpabio was saying when he's in his state, saying something like the president was not aware of when he got the economy. It was when he got here that the NASA was going to begin to put things in place. What's the meaning? Why you would say something like that?
Okay, that's your perspective. But let me take you up on something that you said. As a farmer, you talked about the price of your chicken and turkey. Turkey, we know in December 2024, turkey was going for 130,000 naira. Chicken was going for about 30, 40. 30. But the president, if I recall, came up with some measures to give fertilizers to farmers, and these things were shared. Bags of rice were distributed to ministers. States got some. Weren't they shared? Are you not aware of fertilizers and such produce distributed to states? Were they shared or not? Did the government give out these things?
See, if it is given out, you get it. People will come on
board. Did the government give out these things?
Because if I'm not aware, then definitely I will say no. Because I'm not aware. Let me tell you something. I keep saying it. I'm challenging with the minister. You get it, of agriculture.
My question actually is, if the government of the day gives out fertilizers to those that are representatives of the people, and these things don't get to the people, should the government be held responsible?
Totally.
It should be held
Yes. Because one, it's not your money. It's public fund. So there must be accountability. So if you spend it, and what you spend it for is not shown, or it doesn't get to where you want it to get to, it stops on your desk. If you refuse to follow up, that means you are incompetent in your job.
Okay.
You get it. That means you are manipulative. You could be corrupt. Like maybe you decide to do it that way, or maybe you are careless about your office, so you just abandon it. So I don't care what happens. Let me just give it out and forget about it. You get it. That is why it boils to the desk of the president.
All right, now, Barrister Darlington, let me also bring you into this conversation. When Mr. Lawal Ekundaya was pointing out some of the things, which these people stand on, I'm talking about the OCC, RP, used to set up the reason for this, all right, he made mention of a whole lot of things, and they were all more like allegedly. Yeah, so have the issue of the Chicago drug thing still allegedly. We have that of the certificate forgery still under, and as a lawyer, I want you to tell us what this really pretends, because we know that we don't wake up to say things until the court, says this is what it is. If the court did not pass judgment, then how come that OCC, RP will use those things as a yardstick to measure our president for being corrupt?
Vina, whenever you enter plea bargain, it is an admission of guilt. You don't want to go to jail. You want a soft landing. I don't know how else to interpret this thing. What was forfeited and what was the reason? You cannot forfeit money from drug business and you are telling me it was not concluded in court, this and that. What if you have made it impossible for the court to conclude your matter? Or have we not seen it in Nigeria here, where people will block their trial? The first thing that happened immediately Tinubu got into office was the raid at EFCC office in Ikoyi here, where some files were carried away by the DSS. Or was it not in the news? Did you not see it? Did you not hear it? So what are we talking about? Even the man who is the managing director of Alpha Beta, he carried their file and handed it over to EFCC to see all the fraud they have been committing in that office. And when his life was threatened, the man ran away to abroad. Did you not hear? Did you not see such things? Just from 2 months back, Financial Times of London cried out that they don't know the source of Tinubu's humongous wealth. I read it. I saw it. They don't know the source of his humongous wealth. What does that tell you? If you are making money and nobody can trace the source, please, how do you define corruption?
Barrister Darlington, you know that before.
You don't think that means that he's just blessed?
Blessed.
Blessed by who?
Spiritual.
No, what I'm asking is this, Barrister Darlington.
This into a joke. It's not a joke.
No, it's not a joke.
Yes, it has gone international.
No, he could be one that keeps to himself.
No, you and I have been condoning it. That is the reason why these things are out there now. If you cover it, the international community will not cover it. It's only Nigeria that somebody in that house will be making money, and none of you journalists could trace
exactly the point. Do you know? Are you aware that Nigerians believe and assert that there are many Nigerians that are wealthier than Dangote, but they choose to remain silent and quiet?
No, you cannot. Mr. Okoro, as long as you are getting to that height, they must know where your money is coming from. You mean in the US, that is what obtains. In China, is that what obtains? In UK or even Canada, that a man will become a billionaire, and the government and the society doesn't know the source of his income.
Barrister, you know that before solid evidence or conjunctions can be overturned. You know that.
You don't know what even EFCC was set up to. That if you see you living above your means, they should run you in and ask you questions. Is that not true?
Okay, Barrister, I want us to expand this conversation a little bit. I want to ask you a question now, and I would like Mr. Kundayo also to chime in on it when you are done. In the life of this present administration, do you see any good thing that they have done? Any good thing that the president has done?
Mr. Okoro, with what I'm hearing now, everything has been rubbished.
No. Take away what you have heard now.
What is that?
Before you heard this.
Can you tell me?
I'm asking you.
No, I've not seen any. If you have, tell me. Convince me. Don't tell me, convince me. Because you mentioned someone was talking about rice. Did you see the rice? No, did you see the rice that they shared? Did you see it? Somebody should answer me. Were you not told that we should go and buy rice at 40,000 naira a bag? Where is it? That all the states have been given. Did you see the one of Lagos? Let us start from Lagos.
Well, Barrister, to answer your question, even though I'm not supposed to be answering your question, but rice was shared, and we know that senators and ministers got some of these bags of rice, and we also heard that in some parts of the country, these bags of rice were seen stored up in shops. And they were being rebagged.
I want to ask you, please.
They were being rebagged. Are you aware, Barrister?
I am not.
You're not aware that these bags of rice were seen in shops and they were being rebagged to be sold to the people?
If you
are not aware that governors were accused of giving these bags of rice to their cronies and party members,
I am coming.
No, Barrister, are you aware?
I am not aware.
Okay.
That's not the way to go.
Okay.
We are not in a refugee camp for you to be sharing things in that manner.
Okay, so you believe that things were shared?
Nothing was shared. They gave it to their cronies and said they shared it to me. Because this is something they do in order to placate or please their cronies.
Now you believe that they gave the rights to their cronies?
It's not for the public, so I cannot count on that. It's not for the public, it's not for me. They gave it to their people. So why would you say that if the right was given to Nigeria when you gave it to your governors and your ministers?
When I asked that question, I wasn't talking in terms of palliatives. I mean, is there anything concrete you believe that this government,
I said that
in terms of reforms, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of reduction in the case of insecurity and all of that?
Why are they reversing their policy if it is good?
Like, which one has been reversed?
Are you paying subsidy that they told you is gone or not? Are you paying subsidy now or not? Tell me. The floating of the naira, what happened? Are you not borrowing money to shore up the naira again? The subsidy they remove, I told you here the other day that they want to borrow money to cushion the effect of the subsidy that was removed. Is that subsidy removal? Mr. Okoro, is that subsidy removal?
You don't think that you've done something about local government autonomy?
Is it functioning? Is it not this one that the matters are in court? When you do not think out with the constitution, you want to just say it's just that you want to get what do you call it, publicity stunt.
How about trying to establish state police?
Where is it? Is it functioning?
About trying to.
Is it functioning?
How about the super highway from Lagos to Calabar and from
Jesus Christ of Nazareth,
from Badagry to Sokoto?
This is on paper. Have they completed it?
But at least they are working.
The
life of this administration is just 18 months.
Hold on, listen very well. Money is being siphoned because of this project, because the National Assembly did not appropriate fund for that project. Is it true or false? So why would you on your own go ahead for something the National Assembly did not approve? You went ahead to buy a jet without approval from the National Assembly.
That's corruption.
How are you supporting such a thing now? That's what I'm asking you.
I'm just asking.
I said, why are you supporting it? Tell me why you are supporting it.
We don't have an opinion.
I am answering your question. I am answering your question. That is what you call this philosopher is known for. When you ask the same question, you use the question to answer your question. So that it will sink home. Why are you telling me such a thing as an achievement? That because you want to build a road for me, therefore you should empty the treasury.
No, but
is that how things are done outside here?
Barrister Darlington,
yes.
Let's also take a look at some of the people that their names also mentioned. I'm talking, okay, we have that of William Ruto. We also have Joko Widodo. You know, in Indonesia, Joko Widodo, who was their president from 2014 to 2024, the people actually applauded him. As a matter of fact, he was the first non-military head of state that he had. And they talked about how democratically he ruled Indonesia, making the country to move from zero to multi-billion economy. How come his name made it to this list? Now, are you also seeing that there might be issues or personal reasons why some people's name will be mentioned to be corrupt president or leaders of nations?
Fina, I cannot discuss what is outside here. charity begins at home.
Okay.
My own concern is Nigeria. What is going on here? I am not in Indonesia, neither am I in Kenya. Let the people there talk about themselves.
Okay.
I can discuss Nigeria authoritatively because I am here. I know what is going on. I can talk about authoritatively.
But you know that this information being pulled out is not being done by Nigerians. It's being done by organized crime and corruption report projects. So why will you believe what they're saying when they are not within us? They are not in Nigeria.
Because I'm saying what
they are not seeing the clear view. They don't have a clear view of what is happening in Nigeria. They are international bodies. So how come they have a say in what is happening in Nigeria and you believe them?
They see more than us.
How do they see more than us? Are they living in Nigeria with us?
Listen very well. Do you think your leaders are hiding the money they stole in Nigeria? No. Most of our funds are brought there and they see it. They know who owns what. That is where they start from. They cannot hide their money in Nigeria because somebody is going to screen on them.
Okay.
So when they go and get this money, they take it abroad. Go and ask Hurubadi. Go and ask him. When
All right, Barrister, thank you. Now, Mr. Kundayo, let me have your take on, do you think that this present administration has done one good thing since they came into office?
Yes, I can mention one that I see.
All right.
That's the changing of the national anthem.
Okay. Nothing more.
You said one, and I answer your question.
No, I mean at least because the impression is that
I will stop now.
No, the impression is
I'll
that
follow the step, but I go further.
No, the impression is that the president is corrupt and all of that.
Let me tell you something. When you are talking about corruption, let's face it. When you are talking about corruption and stealing, they are not the same. As Jonathan said that time, and they use it against him. He was right. Stealing is when you take something that doesn't belong to you. Corruption is when you misuse the ethics of your office.
Exactly.
So you can award a project that doesn't exist. You can award a project, over award it. Maybe it costs 1,000, you are awarding 1 million. Even if the project is properly done, it's still corruption.
Exactly.
If you award project to somebody that is your relative or your family, even if the person did a good job, it's still corruption.
Exactly.
How so?
Because it is stated in your rules and regulations, the ethics of your office,
So the
that you cannot do
competent.
this and this.
So if an organization or an individual is competent to
Do you know why this former minister for power had to resign? Yes, because they came up against him.
That his company.
That he has a company that
even with the competence.
And the guy was good with something, but he had to resign. It happens abroad too. You can't do that because it is a way of protecting it. If you may go out, you may escape one, and you may not escape. You may succeed in one, you may not succeed in others. What I mean by that is that you may award to somebody, you get it, and the person may do a good job. The other one may not do a good job.
Let me
and then you use that one to cover the rest.
Let's look at something. You've been in Nigeria for quite a long time. I dare say your lifetime. And in the past few years, let's say in the past 6 years, during the Yuletide, there's always scarcity of fuel. But this past year, 2024, regardless of the fact that fuel was expensive, but we didn't have that scarcity.
Yeah, okay.
Isn't that something that this administration should be complimented for?
I will give you. You see, what you should find out is that in those days, do people normally travel during that Yuletide? You see that a lot of people travel home. They travel here, they travel that. So there's a pressure on the fuel at that time. But now, most people don't want, they can't travel because they cannot afford the fuel.
I beg to disagree with you.
You may bet. You may even play chess game or Monopoly to disagree.
You're serious here, please. The fact of the matter is, a lot of people still travel.
Who told you that?
I am telling you that.
With the high cost of fuel and
let's go out. Let's start outside. Count how many vehicles is passing.
A lot of people still travel.
No. Go and give me the opinion pool.
Barrister, your thoughts on this, please.
Yes, Mr. Moses. One of the reasons why the fuel is available is because of what? A private refinery, Dangote refinery. The man is even exporting abroad, so there is plenty around. The man did it single-handedly, not your NNPC, Warri refinery or Kaduna refinery or the refinery in the moon. It is Dangote refinery, pure ED, and it's one man business. You saw how they frustrated him. They didn't want him to roll out in the first place. Remember, the man had to become his own spokesperson. He began to do adverts. He began to fight for him to be free from this cabal. You saw it. So why are you now making that argument? You think they wanted Dangote to roll out? If not that man came out without even outsourcing the publicity and whatever to another person. He was the one doing the. He was the one that told us what was going on in Malta. The blending this thing. He was the one that told us how somebody sold the entire land in Lekki for $100 million to him. Did you know of all these things? So it was Dangote and no other person. Don't give it to government. They never wanted that thing to come alive. You saw all the frustrations. So why are you saying that the fuel was available? At what cost? If we buy it like they are buying it in Libya, what will happen? No, tell me. Since you want us to go that route, where is the money in the first place for you to travel? Who told you that many people traveled?
I don't know where you got his statistics.
You're working here. Are you serious? I'm the only one working, Abi.
All right. Jesus. Please do well to drop your comment on the comment section what you think. All right. I have a lot of updates I will share with you. Just do well to subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification button so that anytime I upload a video, you're going to get it. All right. Thank you very much. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you and God bless you.